If your job disappeared tomorrow, how long could you survive without a paycheck? A month? Maybe less? The world's wealthiest people rarely depend on a single source. They build systems that make money while they sleep, ensuring that if one stream dries up, a dozen others keep flowing. Grab a pen and a blank piece of paper. Over the next 5 minutes, we are going to draft a personalized blueprint to launch your first automated income source. At the very top of that page, write down your current primary income source, your salary. This is going to act as the seed capital for the system we're about to build. Recognizing that your entire financial life rests on one point of failure is the necessary first step. You have to map the vulnerability before you can begin building sustainable wealth. Most people remain stuck because they treat their paycheck as an endpoint. Every dollar they earn is immediately assigned to consumption. This creates a trap. You work, earn, and spend to maintain your baseline. We must execute an asset shift, prioritizing ownership. Money stops at new nodes to be invested, transforming into assets that generate independent returns. On your paper, right below your current income, write down a specific percentage of your salary that you commit to redirecting into this ownership cycle, even if it's just 5%. The distinction between wealthy and middle class rarely comes down to their initial salary. It comes down to the sequence in which they allocate their capital. A common mistake is attempting to launch 5 different income streams at once. That spreads your focus too thin and almost guarantees burnout. This menu shows the 7 specific categories used by wealthy individuals to generate income: earned, business, dividend, capital gains, real estate, interest, and royalty. If you have cash savings ready to deploy, look toward capital-heavy options like dividend stocks or real estate, which turn existing money into steady cash flow. If you lack startup capital but possess specialized skills or creativity, look toward royalties from digital products or building equity in a new business. Look at your page. Choose exactly one of those categories and circle it. This is your immediate and sole focus. Executing a single focused asset creates genuine financial leverage. Possessing 5 half-finished side projects creates nothing but exhaustion. To make this new asset work, you have to apply leverage. Leverage is the mechanical advantage that disconnects your personal time from your earning potential. You can apply leverage through 4 distinct engines: capital, technology, employees, or intellectual property. Directly beneath the category you just circled, write down which of those 4 leverage engines will power your new asset. Now run a pass-fail test. If the plan you just outlined still requires you to trade hours for every dollar it generates, you haven't applied leverage. You need to redesign the system. Taking on a standard side hustle simply buys you a second job. Utilizing leverage, however, builds a scalable money machine. When adding a second or third stream later, avoid collecting random, disconnected assets. The goal is to build a cohesive financial ecosystem. Consider Elon Musk. His wealth is tied to multiple ventures that intentionally support one another. He utilized capital from online payments to fund electric vehicle manufacturing, which eventually supported the infrastructure for commercial space technology. On your blueprint, draw a line from your new asset toward a specific long-term financial goal. Everything you build should point toward that larger vision. To reach that goal, you have to follow the Warren Buffett principle. When your new asset generates its first dollar of profit, you cannot spend it. You must reinvest it. Draw one final arrow on your page, routing the expected profit from your new stream right back up into the invest phase we mapped out earlier. This cycle creates a self-sustaining loop. Reinvested assets generate the freedom to reclaim your time, allowing the math of compounding to scale your holdings year after year. Look at the blueprint you have in front of you. You now have a concrete plan mapped out on a single sheet of paper. You've identified your seed capital, selected an asset category, applied a leverage engine, and designed a reinvestment loop. This blueprint changes how you interact with money. Instead of trading time for a salary, you are now designing a system that produces value independently. Let us know in the comments below which of the 7 income streams you circled as your first project, and make sure to subscribe to the channel. A blueprint is worthless without execution. The time to start building your system is today.